Hey everybody, he's back. It's been a very, very long time since I've graced YouTube with a Transformer review of my own choosing. About 5 years. So brief recap where I've been. As you can see behind me, I'm in a new location, new apartment, moved in here a few years ago. Life's been crazy, up and down, some things with health, some things with family, some things with friends, all kinds of stuff. But I'm back, and I'm happy to say life is good. I have a beautiful fiance now, who I'll be getting married to this coming October, who actually supports my insanity. And she was the one who told me that if I love doing these reviews so much, I should get back to doing it. So thank you, my sweet dear, for motivating me to get back to doing what I love, which is reviewing Transformers. So in the last 5 years, my collection has definitely boomed. I've gotten some great stuff, and I've explored into a new avenue that I've never really liked before, called the third-party Transformers. And these are Transformers where not Hasbro or not any of the legitimate companies who own Transformers creates a toy for it. These are third-party vendors, sometimes even fans, who get the rights to the molds, I think is how it works, and then they redesign some of these Transformers and they look amazing. I always thought that, third-party rip-offs, they changed the names. I was wrong, and I admit that. So we'll be doing some third-party reviews soon, but I figured since this is my first review in a while, almost like a rebirth, we have to start with the classics, and those are the Gen 1s, baby. So I went through my collection and dug out a Gen 1 that I wanted to review a long time ago and never got around to doing it, especially with the recent release of its Titan brother, which I will be doing a review of at some point once I get a warehouse big enough for this Transformer. But I'm doing the Gen 1 Metroplex, the second base former to come out in the Hasbro line. First one was Omega Supreme, which I did a long time ago, and now I'm doing Metroplex, and it's phenomenal. So we're going to move over to where Metroplex is birthed, but first, a little bit of history of Metroplex and why he is so great.
Now, in the year 2006, Autobot City has become the new Autobot Earth base. Autobot City is also a transformer known as Metroplex, with the capacity to transform from city mode to a battle station or to a giant robot. Metroplex is the Autobots' last line of defense, the robot they depend upon when all other options fail. When Metroplex transforms to a robot, some of his modular components form smaller, separate robots. Six Gun, the ideal defensive battle scout, Slammer, the tank, and Scamper, the tough little car that burns in Metroplex.
So here he is, Gen 1 Metroplex, the new headquarters of the Autobots after their volcano base was destroyed in the first episode of Season 3. And as stated, Metroplex is more than just a city, he's also a transformer. He's a triple changer, actually. He has 3 modes, and we'll be going through all 3 of those modes. He's got a city mode, which he is in right now, and then we'll move him into his battle station mode, and then finally his robotic mode. And we'll also highlight his modular components, which become other robots. So we'll do one of the smaller modulars first. So he's got this little button here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Where if you push this button, there you go, it launches Scamper, the little black car there. So this is Scamper. Not a terribly great done transformer. He's like this little plastic thing. So to change him, you're gonna take off these little missile things here. Take that off, and then he flips open like that. So there he is. Not a lot of great detail. On his face, he's like, hello. It's all one color. And then the hands, they fit into these little pegs on the side here. And then we got this guy over here. And then these are his hands. So this is Scamper. Again, not really a amazingly well done transformation. And I don't think he actually had a robot form in the show, or at least he never took it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he never. And then he actually has a weapon of his own. he's got a gun, and the gun fits sideways onto one of the little hands here. So there he is. You know, good posability. He's a good solid figure. You know, he's right here. You know, defending Metroplex. You know, so that's Scamper. So he's pretty cool. So now we're going to move a little in closer, and we're going to work on Metroplex. So here's Metroplex, and we're going to switch him to his battle station mode. So first things first, this pops off here, and this actually will become one of the other modular components in the final form, and I'll show you that later. And then this here is a tower. This actually is another one of his modular components, which we'll do right now. So you pull this part off, and then this goes in like that. And then this little tower here comes off and forms a turret for this guy here. And then this is Scamper. He is a tank. He has no robot form. He's just a sentient battle wagon kind of thing. There are other third-party versions of him that actually have a robot mode, which is really cool because I always felt he needed a robot mode. I mean, if he's going to be like a part of Metroplex, you know, he should be the full Monty, so to speak. So that's Scamper. So we're just going to set him off to the side right now while we work on Metroplex. So from here we keep going. Now first we're going to take this ramp here, lift up the ramp, put it like that. We're going to bring his legs together. And that ramp door will keep popping up every now and again. So bring the legs together like so. Like that. And then we're going to lift him up. These ramp legs are going to come down like this. And then we're going to take out these little guys in here. They just pop right out, no big deal. Close these up. And then lay him flat. Rotate this. Spin his whole body around, and then pop him up like that. Now from here, you might have to pop his head up for a second just to close the helipad, and then the helipad on the top here has a panel. You push that open, flip it over, and you get an extra set of guns for the base mode. So you push the head back in, down. Now these over here on the side, through on the side, come over here. Push that forward, twist that down. This guy's easy, you just grab it and push it down like so. And then he's got a cannon that extends, you just pull it out from there. And then there is a separate piece right here. And that one goes into this front here. So now this is almost done. I mean, it's still impressive, but it needs more. What does it need more of? Weapons. So first things first, these parts here that we took out of the legs, they're going to form like little canopy things here. Yeah, there you go. And then you have these other components here that will eventually form another robot later in this review. So that goes in there. And then here's the other one. This goes over here. There's these little, you know, just openings right there. And you pop them in. And then two more guns. Large guns here. And then there's like little poles right here. And they just fit in here. And then here's another one. And like there. So this is his battle station mode. From the front, looks pretty impressive. From the side, and it does roll. He's got wheels, so it does roll. It's got the full weapons here. It's got the cannon on top here, which actually can lift up a little bit for more posability. There we go. So, you know, from the other side, you know, it does roll. So this is kind of cool. I like this form. I mean, it's simple, it's subtle, it's elegant. It's got good playability if you want to put some extra figures in. I mean, Scamper, really not a lot of room. I mean, if you want, you can put them right there, front and center. Some extra coolness. You know, Slammer, put them anywhere you want. So this is battle station mode. But like I said, Metroplex is a triple changer. He's got one more mode to go for. So we're going to rock it out one more mode. So first things first, we take off the red guns here, these big dudes here, and just put them there. These, again, hips come in. And then the most dreaded of all Decepticons enters the thing, This is the Gray Cat of Doom, otherwise known as Gracie. For some of you who know, I'm a huge cat lover. Gracie's one of my newer ones, and she loves Transformers. But this is not the time to admire how cute a cat is. So Grace, we're gonna have to scoot you. Say hi to YouTube. Oh, she's trying to kill everybody. Say hi to YouTube. There she is. Oh, look at Grace. All right, we're done there. All right, so back to this. So his legs are out. So then he kind of just stands right up. And we're going to readjust the camera so you can see him better. So there he is, standing up. These come down, like so. And then these extend outward, pull them out a little bit, gives him arms some length. His fists are non-integrated parts, they're like little peg things, so we're just going to put those in there. Alrighty. So there's the fist. We got that. And then lastly, we put, oh wait, sorry, my belt. These are those little, covers again. So they go right here. Alrighty, get in there, you. They're kind of finicky. And then this guy goes in right about there. There we go. So those are his knees. And then lastly, and not least, we come around back. There's a switch in the back here. You push it and boom, there's his head. So we'll just pan back a little bit more. And there is his, we'll move the camera closer. So there you go, there's his head. And then he's got these little antennae, I guess you could call it, on either side. And there he is. Metroplex, Gen 1. Second base former after Omega Supreme. Pretty cool. He's got the weapons, the arms, and stuff like that. Now, those big red guns we saw earlier, they actually can be used as main guns for him to hold. And then he can put a double one in there. See? There he is. Alrighty. Pretty good, huh? Now, like I said, he does have 3 modular components. He has, we saw Slammer, we saw Scamper, but he's got one more, and that would be 6 Gun. Now 6 Gun, very originally named, comes from 6 guns. So I'm going to put the camera down for a second, and we're going to do 6 Gun. Now 6 Gun is actually formed, like I said, from 6 guns from Metroplex. So you'll forgive me if we get a bit close up there. So this is one of his guns here. This is another one of his guns. And this gun's got a smaller gun attached right there for some reason. And then right there is his other gun. So we're going to take these apart. So I'm going to move Metroplex over here for a second. I'm going to set the camera down. Alrighty, so here's a gun, here's a gun, 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 and a gun. So these are all the guns. Now, where's his body, you ask? Well, remember that thing we took off in the beginning from the city mode? That's his body. So what we do is we take this part off, and then there's his head. Again, not a lot of real great detail. Put it like that. Now there's his body. So now these big guys here form his legs, and there's little pegs in the back there, so you put them in the back like that. Here's the other leg. Put him in the back just like that. This red gun here goes in his back again. And then those big black long turrets go on his side. So does the other one. And there we have it. Third final component of Metroplex, 6 Gun. Again, not the greatest robot form in the world. I mean, he doesn't have hands. He just kind of has blaster guns. Yet somehow he had hands in the cartoon because, animator license. So, there you have it. Metroplex, 6 Gun, Scamper, and Slammer. So this, again, it's another item. I love it. I think it's a great toy. There you go. Great toy here. Great find. I was glad I was able to get it. He was the first city former. I mean, Omega Supreme was like, more like a battle, like just a battle station with a rocket base. But here he is, Metroplex. He's a real solid figure. And next review, if I can figure out how to fit him in here, I'm going to do the Titan class Metroplex. So that should be pretty fun. So it's been really good to do this again. It's been 5 long years. Probably a little rusty, but hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you next time on Transformer Reviews, brought to you by me, Draco 031978, saying, as always, if you don't have someone to hug, hug a Transformer.
Now, light our darkest hour.